Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. I heard you guys peep game. Wow. It's been a year. It's been a year since the tragic passing Kobe Bryant. And I just want to reflect on that, a year later. You know, of course Kobe Bryant passed before this happened, the pandemic. But Kobe Bryant achieved a lot in his career. He won 5 championships. He won a league MVP. You could have made an argument he should have won at least two, because I know people get mad when you bring this up. When you talk about the back to back MVP Steve Nash won, you could have really made an argument that Kobe should have won two at least. He should have won that year. And then the other one that Steve Nash won, you could have made an argument that Shaquille O'Neal could have won, but that's neither here or there. And it's funny when you think about what became out of Kobe Bryant, what became of him. It's funny when you watch these guys, you live it, you see it, you witness it. From when they're drafted to when their career ends, and you just think about it, like when you seeing some of these great moments in sports as they're first happening, whether they're good or bad. Like I said, I remember some of the most famous plays in history, or whatever you want to call it. I witnessed it. I witnessed the Bill Buckner ball going through his legs, in which, by the way, once again, he shouldn't have been out there. You know, I saw the Kirk Gibson home run where he had one leg basically limping, and he hit that home run versus the Oakland A's, which, by the way, to this day I still can't bear to watch that home run. I will turn the TV off every time they get ready to show it. So I've seen some of the greatest moments in sports, you know. So I mean, you just look at what became of Kobe Bryant. He went on to become one of the best players that ever, you know, played the game. You can make an argument Kobe Bryant is at least in your top five. He's definitely in the top 10. Definitely. You can make an argument that he's in the top five. Some people say Kobe Bryant. You can make an argument Kobe Bryant is in your top three. But it was amazing watching this 6'6.5". Some people say Kobe Bryant was 6'7". Some people say, but nevertheless, watching this young man out of Philadelphia, the Philadelphia area, Lower Marion High School, skip skip college, go directly to the NBA and become who he became. And like I said, it's cool seeing that you lived it, you saw it, you saw some of his great moments, some of his game-winning shots, some of his highlight reel slam dunks. And I mean, I thought Kobe Bryant was gonna be here I thought Kobe Bryant was gonna live a long time. Like I said, I didn't see it coming. I think none of us saw it coming. And Kobe Bryant forever shook up the world on January 26, 2020, when we lost one of the greatest athletes that ever played professional sports. And like I said, I know Kobe Bryant had some issues outside of basketball. We all know what happened in Colorado. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to, you know, talk about that really. And then there were some other things. Kobe Bryant had some issues with his parents, and from what I hear, it wasn't as good as it could have been all the way up to his passing. Because we heard how Kobe Bryant's parents were treated at the service, which I think that's not right. You know, um, Kobe Bryant clashed with his parents about, one thing in particularly about who he decided to marry. They wanted Kobe Bryant to be with somebody that looked like him, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But he ended up marrying Vanessa. That's neither here or there. But you just heard some issues. Kobe Bryant had a couple of issues outside of out of basketball. But after he retired, Kobe Bryant started focusing on filmmaking. Kobe Bryant was doing I think he was doing cartoons and stuff, and some other things. Kobe Bryant had some good investments going on. Kobe Bryant was very wealthy when he passed. They say Kobe Bryant was worth anywhere from $400 to $700 million when he passed. Kobe Bryant went on to win an Oscar for some of his film work. So Kobe Bryant had a lot going on, and then you find out about a month ago, Kobe Bryant was on the verge of separating himself and leaving Nike and starting his own sneaker company. So Kobe Bryant had a lot of things, on the table. So he thought about life after basketball. And I think that's cool. Like I said, I remember when Kobe Bryant announced that he was going to enter the NBA draft, you know, and his press conference was, hilarious, had them shades on and everything. And Kobe Bryant had went to his prom with singer Brandy at the time. So he went to the prom with Brandy, and then, um, like I said, he tried to do some things outside of basketball. I remember the song he did with Brian McKnight. Um, had a Will Smith like flow to him, but then again, he was from Philly, so what you expect? But and it wasn't that bad. I remember the song he did with Brian McKnight. It wasn't that bad. I think sometimes people overdo it in their critique of athletes when they want to pursue other entities and ventures outside, and endeavors outside of basketball. But it's funny, you look at Kobe Bryant's rapping and you look at Dame Lillard's rapping. Somebody tell me Dame Lillard ain't got no skills on the mic. You say Dame Lillard can't rap, you a motherfucking lie. Dame Lillard rap a lot better than a lot of these established trap rappers. So, it was, I just remember a lot of the things Kobe Bryant went on to do. Kobe Bryant was going to put out an album. The people, they decided to not release it. The record label, I guess Shaquille O'Neal, he kind of had that marketed. He had that market. He had that region, of rappers, who played hoop. Even though I don't like what became of Shaquille O'Neal, because Shaquille O'Neal went from being solid to like a real, handkerchief head. And that's the thing. And during Kobe Bryant's tenure, with the Lakers, you heard about the clashes with him and Shaquille O'Neal, that him and Shaquille O'Neal couldn't get along. Now, they went on to make peace. They went on to make peace and squashed their issues. But, it was cool. It's just really hard to believe Kobe Bryant is gone because, like I say, you remember all this stuff like it was yesterday. Like I said, I remember the game with Antoine Jameson where both Kobe and Antoine Jameson scored 50 points. I remember the 81 point game. You know, I remember Kobe Bryant. He leads the Lakers to two championships because he wanted to prove, hey, I can win without Shaquille O'Neal, and he pulled it off. So Kobe Bryant established a lot. Two-time Finals MVP, man. And we all know Kobe Bryant wasn't gonna let nobody else win it, but so, but you had heard things about Kobe Bryant being a ball hog and all that kind of stuff. Now that's debatable. We can debate about that all day and all night. But it was just it was just hilarious. You know, it was just hilarious. It was just hilarious. Some of the things you just heard about Kobe Bryant though. But he was a workhorse, man. He was a workhorse. He worked hard. He played hard. Like I said, him and Allen Iverson, they were workhorses. They never tried to cheat the fans, and they always tried to put on the show. The thing is with Allen Iverson, he just didn't last long as Kobe Bryant did. You know, one thing Kobe Bryant was at least 6 to 7 inches taller than Allen Iverson, depending on who you talk to about Allen Iverson's official height. I know Allen Iverson was listed as 6 feet on the dot, but some people say Allen Iverson was really about 5'10". They say maybe 5'11" at best, because Allen Iverson was not, I don't think he was 6 feet. But, it was fun to watch both of them play. And like I said, Kobe Bryant went on to accomplish a lot in his career. He became, at the time when he retired, he was like number 3 in all time scoring, but he has since been surpassed by LeBron James. LeBron James, if he can stay healthy, because like I said, LeBron James will be 38 on December the 30th or the 29th, something like that. So he'll be 38. So, and LeBron James have played. LeBron James is headed towards his 19th season, if I'm not mistaken. So, so he's gonna have to play 20 years at least to he's gonna have to play 20 years to surpass Kareem. He can do it. But he said he wants to play alongside with his son. You know, so that's gonna be interesting. Now, for Kobe, unfortunately for Kobe Bryant only had daughters. He didn't have a son. And I know he wanted one, but hey, it didn't happen. But I just reflect on Kobe Bryant, and I could really say I'm proud of that dude because, like I said, I grew up watching Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant isn't that much uh, younger than me. Kobe Bryant is I think Kobe Bryant is maybe 3 or 4 years younger than me. Maybe I think Kobe Bryant would have been 43 this year, something like that. So, like I said, I just want to say I'm proud of Kobe Bryant and his accomplishments and what he managed to do in his career is is astonishing. Where do I rank Kobe Bryant in my all-time list? So I got Kobe Bryant. I got Kobe Bryant in my top 5. I have I have Jordan, Kareem, Tim Duncan, Kobe, and probably Hakeem in my top 5. It changes every once in a while, but I definitely have Michael Jordan, Kareem, Kobe, and Tim Duncan in my top four, definitely. They gonna always stay in my top four. Those guys. But anyway, that's all I have to say. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.